So under macro processor, we will see two sums. Sum number 1 says, consider the following code. What will be the entry for the MNT table and the MDT table? And this is the code given. So let's first solve question number 10. In question number 10, first we will draw the MDT table. In MDT table, you have the index, then you have control, and we also write ALA for definition. So first we have what? We have macro. Macro we will not write anywhere. Then we have INCR4 and AR1 and AR2 and AR3. So this is ampersand. So this will be going in the control statement. So under index 1 we have INCR4 and AR1 and AR2 and AR3. These three are there in the control statements. ALA for definition. Now for definition, what we write here? For INCR4 and AR1 we will substitute #1, and AR2 we will substitute #2, and AR3 we will substitute #3. Second statement is A1 comma and AR1. So here second index A1 comma, in place of and AR1 we'll write #1. Then third A2 comma #2. Fourth will be A3 comma #3. A3 comma #3. And under fifth index we'll write MEND, that is the menu end. So this is my MDT table. Now I will write my MNT table. MNT. In MNT table we have three fields: index, then macro name, and MDT index. So in the first example, macro name, there is only one macro, that is the INCR4. So here in place of index we'll write 1. In place of macro name we'll write INCR4, and MDT index we have to check of INCR4. If you see here, MDT index of INCR4 is 1. So simply we'll write here 1. This is the way we have to solve. So we have solved the first question, that is question number 10. Now let's see the second question, that is question number 11. Let's see second question, question number 11. First we'll draw the MDT table. In the MDT table we now know there is index, then we have controller, and we have ALA for definition. So first index 1, control, we will not write macro over here also. So again here macro is not written. Add and A and B and C is your first line here under control. The first line is add, and A and B and C. So here what we'll write? For adder, and A will be substituted by #1, and B will be substituted by #2, and C will be substituted by #3. Second, now the second sentence is A1 and A. So A1, instead of ampersand A, we have to write hash 1. Third, A2 and B. So A2 instead of ampersand B, we'll write hash 2. Fourth, A3 instead of ampersand C, we'll write what? Hash 3. So here hash 3. And fifth index is menu end. So this is my MDT table. Now let's see MNT table. MNT, under MNT we have index, then we have macro name, and last we have MDT index. Index 1. Macro name here is add. Here my macro name is add. So I will simply write here macro name as add, and add. Which index of MDT is it corresponding to? It is corresponding to index 1. So simply I will write here 1. This way we will have to solve these kind of questions.